Imagine you're fast asleep, drifting through a nice dream, when suddenly you're falling off a cliff. Right at the exact moment you hit the ground in your dream, your whole body jerks awake in real life. Your heart is pounding, your hands are gripping the sheets, and for a second you have no idea what just happened. This weird full body twitch has a name, and it happens to almost everyone on the planet. Scientists call it a hypnic jerk. And tonight we are going to figure out why your brain does this to you. First, let's get one thing straight. You are not broken, and you do not have a sleep disorder. Studies suggest that up to 70% of people experience this jerk at least once in their life. So if this has happened to you, congratulations. You are extremely, boringly normal. But normal does not mean simple, because this tiny twitch is actually a leftover message from deep in your evolutionary past. To understand it, we first need to understand what is actually happening inside your brain the moment you fall asleep. When you start drifting off, your brain does not just flip a switch from awake to asleep like a light bulb. Instead, it goes through a messy, glitchy transition zone called the hypnagogic state. Your muscles start to relax, your breathing slows down, and your brain waves shift into a completely different pattern. Here is the strange part. Your brain's motor cortex, the part that controls movement, is still watching your muscles even as they go loose. And sometimes, as your muscles relax faster than your brain expects, your brain completely misreads the signal. Instead of thinking, "Oh good, we are just relaxing for sleep," your brain panics and thinks, "Wait, are we falling?" This is called the sudden relaxation theory, and it is one of the leading scientific explanations for hypnic jerks. Basically, your nervous system misfires for a split second, and your brain hits the emergency brake on your whole body. That emergency jerk is your brain trying to catch you, even though you were never actually falling anywhere. But here is where it gets really interesting, because this reflex might not just be a random glitch. Some evolutionary scientists believe this jerk is a very, very old survival tool inherited from our ancient primate ancestors. Millions of years ago, before humans built beds, our ancestors slept up in trees to stay safe from predators on the ground. Sleeping in a tree sounds relaxing, until you remember that falling asleep also means your muscles naturally go loose. And loose muscles on a tree branch is a very, very dangerous combination. So researchers propose that evolution built in a safety alarm, a reflex that would jolt the body awake and tighten the grip the instant it sensed falling. The primates who had this jerky safety reflex were less likely to fall to their death while sleeping, which means they survived longer, had more babies, and passed this twitchy little reflex down the family tree. Literally down the family tree. And eventually, all the way down to you, lying in your comfortable bed tonight. You do not sleep in trees anymore, but your brain never got the memo. So it still runs the same ancient falling alarm software, even though the danger disappeared millions of years ago. This idea is often called the atavism theory, which is just a fancy word for an old, evolutionary trait that sticks around long after it stopped being useful. Kind of like how you still get goosebumps in the cold, even though you do not have enough body hair for it to actually keep you warm. Your body is full of these little leftover reflexes, tiny fossils of behavior from a world that does not exist anymore. Now scientists do want to be honest that this tree falling theory is a hypothesis, not a fully proven fact. It is a compelling and popular explanation. But sleep science still has more research to do before it is 100% confirmed. What we do know for sure is the biology behind the actual jerk itself, and that part is very well documented. We know it happens during the exact transition between being awake and entering the first stage of sleep. We also know that certain things in your daily life, can make hypnic jerks happen way more often. Stress and anxiety are one of the biggest triggers, because a stressed brain is already on high alert. A brain that is already jumpy during the day is more likely to misfire that falling alarm at night. Caffeine is another huge trigger, since it keeps your nervous system buzzing even after you climb into bed. Sleep deprivation also plays a big role, because an exhausted brain transitions into sleep more abruptly and clumsily. Intense exercise late at night can also increase the odds, since your body is still physically revved up. So if you have been getting a lot of these jerks lately, your brain might just be quietly asking for a calmer bedtime routine. Interestingly, this jerk is often paired with a vivid mini-dream, most commonly the sensation of falling or missing a step. Scientists believe the brain actually creates that falling dream after the jerk starts, not before. In other words, your brain feels the twitch first, and then it quickly writes a little story to explain why the twitch happened. This is actually similar to how your brain works while you are fully awake too, always building explanations after the fact. Your mind is a constant storyteller, stitching together random signals into something that feels like a smooth, logical experience. And a hypnic jerk is one of the clearest examples of your brain doing that stitching in real time. Now here is something that connects this ancient reflex to something surprisingly modern and philosophical. Every night when you fall asleep, your body is quietly recreating one of the oldest fears our ancestors ever felt. The fear of falling, the fear of losing control, the fear of the ground disappearing beneath you. And even though modern life has removed almost all of that danger, your body still rehearses the reaction just in case. It is a strange kind of built-in memory, one that you never learned on purpose and can never fully turn off. You carry a piece of the treetops inside you, even while lying flat on a mattress in a locked, safe bedroom, which really makes you wonder how much of what we call us is actually just ancient survival code, running quietly in the background. Your fears, your instincts, even the tiny twitch before sleep, might just be old messages from ancestors who never got to meet you. So the next time you jerk awake from a falling dream, try not to feel embarrassed or confused. Instead, take it as a strange little hello from a very, very old ancestor who is still, in some tiny way, looking out for you.